guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Ceuta versus Barcelona in the Copa del Rey round of 16. We are slowly but surely narrowing down the final few teams to win the King's Cup, where Barcelona are involved but are facing in this round the lowest ranked opposition. For once, Barcelona got a good draw, and without a shadow of a doubt, qualification to the quarterfinals is the absolute bare minimum. Anything else could be the biggest disappointment we've seen in recent years at this club. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 8 p.m. local time, so 1 hour earlier than usual. I don't know why they've been doing this, very consistently over the past few games, but it is what it is. And this match will be taking place at the Estadio Alfonso Moribe, which of course is Ceuta's home stadium, and the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch will be Juan Martinez Muniera, and on the VAR it will be Guillem Fernandez. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Ceuta, who are currently right now the lowest ranked team left in the Copa del Rey. This game analysis will be very quick and very important, so we're gonna get straight into it. Firstly, they are currently sat rock bottom in the 3rd division of La Liga on 8 points after playing 19 matches. They have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 15 losses. You look at their last 5 games in the league: 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses. So long story short, they're crap. If you look at their last 5 games in all competition, and the last match they faced Real Madrid Castile, so their B team for Real Madrid, they drew 2-2. They lost to some team 2-0. They actually beat Elche, who of course are our first team. They're in the 1st division of La Liga. They're rock bottom in the 1st division of La Liga, but they beat them in the round of 32 of the Copa del Rey 1-0 to qualify and face Barcelona. They beat Ibiza 3-2, and they also lost to Deportivo La Coruña 2-1. Let's take a look at the last 3 games quickly. First one is the 1-0 victory against Elche in the Copa, which of course got them to this point. Playing the 4-2-3-1 formation, I have absolutely no idea of any of the players that they have. I've looked into some of them. I know there's the striker Rodri has been decent form for them. He is one of their best players, but apart from that, they have no outstanding quality in any other position. You look at the next game, which of course was that 2-0 loss. Switch of formation, they went with a 4-3-1-2 in this match, but again, not enough to get over the line. And lastly, the last game in all competition was of course that 2-2 draw with Real Madrid Castilla. I think Real Madrid were up 2-0 as well, and then Ceuta made the comeback again. So it's nice to see that they're not parking the bus, but against Barcelona they probably will. But they're kind of an attacking team that could go for it, but in the end they're just don't have the quality enough to get good results. So overall, final thoughts on Ceuta. I mean, they're crap. They're ranked bottom of the 3rd division in La Liga. I mean, what else do you want me to say? This is their manager, Jose Juan Romero. He has no experience with any top team or any team really, even in the 2nd division. I mean, I really don't know what to say. Players to look out for, again, don't know. Maybe just watch out for their striker Rodri. I mean, he's gotten some goals this season at a fairly decent amount. They're a very young team. I know their captain is like, I think 23 years old or something like that. Again, they're a 3rd division team. This is like probably one of the best days in their history, facing Barcelona in the round 16 of the Copa del Rey. So I mean, this should be, for Barcelona without a shadow of a doubt, a walk in the park. Especially, I think our B team could beat them, let alone the first team. Time now to get into Xavi's press conference reaction. This press conference this morning, of course, he's asked a lot of questions from the media about the Super Cup, the upcoming game, of course, and also the future of some players as well. So let's get and see what our manager had to say. Came out saying that we had to show our superiority on the pitch tomorrow. The experience of Intercity comes in handy. Then asked, of course, about the situation of Memphis Depay, saying that on Memphis, there's no news about Memphis. He's here. I'm counting on him, and he's our player. I don't have any news. He's an extraordinary guy and a very good professional. We're in a good moment. We compete very well, as we showed the other day, and now we have to give continuation to that momentum. We will give Araujo a break. He will not be traveling tomorrow. They will all go to the Ceuta though, except for maybe 1 or 2 players because of fatigue. Araujo does have some discomfort, but there is no injury. So the majority of the first team will be traveling. The squad list will be coming out, I think, an hour after I upload this video. The reports are that Araujo and also Pedri will not be going, but everyone else will be. He's then asked about Eric Garcia, and he's always useful, he always has and always will be. He's played great games, and I have confidence in him, even though there hasn't been a lot of competition in his position. He come and play for sure tomorrow. Gavi is very happy. I don't think there'll be any problems with his renewal. That's yet to be registered at the moment. And then Joan Laporta came out saying that in the summer, Gavi, Araujo, and also Balde's renewals will be registered, even though Balde's renewal has not been announced quite yet. So all those renewals will be happening in the summer, being finalized and being given first team numbers. I don't want anyone to leave. I'm delighted with the squad. If someone wants to leave because he plays less, that's understandable. But if it's up to me, no one will leave and no one will come in. Alcantron is coming this afternoon to train with us, one of the players from the B team, and then we'll decide if he enters the list for Araujo or Pedri or not. He also confirms, Xavi, that he will talk with Memphis today. He said that today I will talk with Memphis to find out what idea he has, whether he wants to stay or leave. I know it's not an easy situation for him because he's playing less, but I don't know if he wants to leave or stay. So that's going to be very interesting. I expect some big reports coming out later about Memphis telling Xavi that he doesn't want to leave, because that's already been confirmed. So once he tells Xavi, maybe Xavi will be pushing for the move and being more considerate with the option that he is to, you know, have to replace him. Bellerin will participate in the matches coming up. Maybe he hasn't played as much as he expected, but from now on he will be. Lewandowski, who is expected in La Liga, has to be important for us tomorrow's game. He has some pain from the Super Cup, and we talked about it, but the idea is for him to get some minutes tomorrow. Then asked about Andreas Christensen, how he's getting, you know, a lot of praise over the past few weeks. Then Andreas Christensen is another guarantee at the back. Excellent ball delivery, has a lot of personality. He's taking step forward and is comfortable on the pitch. He's fast, aggressive, and goes well with his head. We signed him to make a difference, and he's doing it. Then asked about Frenkie de Jong, and he feels comfortable, and we gave him a little bit more freedom. He's a footballer that I really like, and he has extraordinary conditions to be one of the best midfielders in the world, and he is at currently an excellent level. And finally, Xavi was asked about the forward midfield, how we've been playing with that formation against Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Came out with 2 strong victories, and that with this game idea, normally one of them is free. They touch the ball more often. But we always look for, you know, superiorities. Busquets benefits from the team being together, and we have to try to keep the block together at the back as well. And Busquets is the best in that position in a 4-man midfielder to allow the other players to move forward, like Pedri, Gavi, and also Frenkie de Jong. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Ceuta tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best with this lineup, and I think it will be actually fairly simple to predict. Of course, we have big games coming up in the league. Getafe, Girona. We have the Copa del Rey quarterfinals next week, which we should be qualifying for in this game. We just played the Super Cup as well, Real Madrid and Betis, so rotation and heavy rotation is expected. I think that Xavi will go with this lineup on the screen right now. He'll go with Iñaki Peña in goal, a back four of Hector Bellerin, Eric Garcia, Marcos Alonso, and Jordi Alba, a midfield 3 of Sergio Roberto, Kessie, and Pablo Torre, and a front 3 of Raphinha, Ferran Torres, and Ansu Fati. So we're expecting full rotation. Yes, we'll have some of the big boys on the bench, but this should be, and I think will be, the starting lineup. There are reports saying that Hernan Tenes could play as well, who is, of course, our third choice goalkeeper. Again, we know this is just pure rotation. I really have no other comment. It'll be interesting to see how Roberto plays in the pivot. I mean, he could start Busquets, but Busquets is running on limbs. He's played a lot of minutes over the Super Cup. This is just a freshen of the team, really. And without a shadow of a doubt, this team should and will beat Ceuta. There is no way this team loses. We're talking about a few years ago when our rotation was not that great. You have, you know, B players coming in left, right, and center. Then, you know, okay, you can maybe have some. You can start maybe some of the big boys. There are reports also saying that Lewandowski will play this game. The question is, will he come off the bench or be a starter? I think he should be coming off the bench again, despite the fact he can't play this weekend against Getafe because he is suspended. Should be risking him. We should need to, you know, try and get him injured whatsoever. But I think him getting, you know, minutes here and there is important to keep up the match fitness and all that jazz. But this is not the thing that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match, but of course, let me know in the comments below what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach, and I have made one simple change from Xavi's lineup, and I have brought in Memphis Depay at striker for Raphinha. Now, apparently Xavi's not going to play him. Of course, he is pushing for a move. You want to keep him fit just in case you get that transfer. Atletico Madrid are moving mad at the moment, but I would play Memphis simply on the fact that you don't want to risk injuries elsewhere. What happens if we start with the front 3 of Ferran, Raphinha, Ansu, and then, you know, if Raphinha goes down, then Memphis leaves, you don't have another striker, then you're relying on Ferran, Ansu, Lewandowski, and Dembele to do all the work the rest of the season. I think rotation is important. Memphis is a great player, I think, against a 3rd division team, Ceuta. He hasn't played that much. This should be a walk in the park for him, whether he's playing as a striker on the left wing. You can put Ferran as striker, Ansu as striker. This front 3 is very interchangeable. I think Ferran on the right is the best move with Ansu on the left and Memphis up top. Again, underneath that, the midfield and defense, I would keep the exact same. I wouldn't play Arnau Tenes. I think it's a bit disrespectful to Iñaki Peña. He is the backup goalkeeper. He deserves minutes, and Arnau Tenes is the third choice goalkeeper. I think those, two players should be respecting their roles. In the back five, I was considering playing Andreas Christensen because he didn't play against Betis, so he's still kind of fresh, but don't want to risk it. Chucking Alonso, I mean, we're paying him salary, we're giving him a renewal. This is the games you want him to play in. I think it's going to be a big game for Eric Garcia as well. He needs to play very well, and I'll be interested to see again how Roberto does in the pivot. But that's the lineup I would select for this match. But of course, let me know in the comments below. Would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? I have no doubt in my mind that Barcelona will qualify and win the game. The question is really how. Of course, against Intercity, we absolutely fluffed it, went to extra time, conceded 3 goals. Can that happen here? Yes. Will it? I doubt it. Intercity are a much better team than Ceuta. They're higher ranked as well. This should be like, again, we can bring our B team and they would win this game. With our reserve, with our rotation in the first team, this should be the biggest, like the easiest game that we will play this season for Barcelona. Despite it being away from home, they'll have the atmosphere there, of course. This will be like the game of their lives. It's probably the biggest game in their history, all that sort of stuff. This still should be a walk in the park of Barcelona. I'm going to go with a prediction of 3-0. I think if we concede again, it'll be embarrassing. If we go into extra time, it'll be a disgrace. And if we lose this game somehow, dare I say it, should Xavi be sacked for losing this game? I don't know. Should all these players be binned off if we lose this game? Probably, but I'm not thinking about that. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that Barcelona will win this match, and I have going Barcelona win this match by 3-0. But of course, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that's my match preview for Ceuta versus Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know firstly, of course, is your score prediction. Should be fairly simple. And secondly, of course, on your lineups. Firstly, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi would go with? What would you go with? You're the manager. Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure to subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come enjoy and watch the game with me. Follow for the match by match reviews. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be a chill game. There should be a a walk in the park of Barcelona. We'll just go out there, have some fun, but you never know. The magic of the King Cup, anything can happen. Take care and Forza Barca.